the bee. Pete the bee. Pete the bee.
The Adventures of Pete the Bee, the complete collection of 50 stories, written by Paul Cook and narrated by Paul Cook. Copyright 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 and 2019. Pete the Bee and the Rescue Farm. Pete the Bee lives in a barn in the middle of the yard on the rescue farm. You could go into that barn and not know he was there, for he lives in the rafters high up in the air. Not living in a hive is strange for a bee, but Peter has no mummy or daddy, you see. So why does he live on a rescue farm? Because it's full of animals who have come to harm. They go to the farm for some help and some rest, and there they get better till they're back at their best. Lots of grown-ups and children visit them there, but they never see Peter high up in the air. There's Floppy the rabbit and Brandon the fly, old Shebdon the shire horse with a patch on his eye. There's Michael the mole who got caught in a trap, and Raffles and Ruffles, kittens found in a sack. There's three-legged goats and a duck with one wing, a confused old white goose who's forgotten everything. A puppy, a rat and some mice with no tails, and a piglet and lamb who just sleep on the bales. But all of these poor animals live a wonderful life, looked after by Farmer Geoff and his wife. They have 4 little girls, Grace, Rose, Alice and Nell, who care for the animals ever so well. Grace scrubs the sows and milks the cows, Rose sweeps the ledges and trims the hedges, Alice feeds the dogs and chops the logs, and Nell chases the rats and strokes the cats. Farmer Geoff wakes up early and goes to his shed, where he jumps on his tractor all shiny and red. He ploughs every field, sideways, up and down, and sells his produce at the market in town. And above all the bustle, his wife keeps things calm, so that life is always happy on the rescue farm. And high up in the barn, there's Peter the Bee, but the only ones who know he's there are Peter, his friends, you, and me. Pete the Bee and the Unwelcome Visitor. It was holiday time at the beginning of spring. The flowers were blooming and birds starting to sing. Farmer Geoff's daughters had a friend round to stay. Her name was Prue, and she had hair just like hay. She got out of the car and looked around, but clearly didn't like what she'd found. "I don't like the smell of this place or that duck, and I don't want to walk my new boots through that muck. I don't like the sounds here, those chicks or those hens, and I wish I'd chosen some different friends." "Oh, come on, Prue, it's great here," said Grace, but the worry was written all over her face. "Look at that goat! Oh, what a stupid beast! You'd think it would have 4 legs on it at least. Look at that duck! What a ridiculous thing! It's walking around with only 1 wing. Look at that silly old horse! Why, oh why, does it have an annoying patch on its eye?" Prue then started to chase the goats round and round, and everyone was making a dreadful sound. There was squawking and barking and clucking and moos. There was neighing, snorting, and cock-a-doodle-doos. Now, watching from high, from a branch on a tree, was a certain young fellow called Peter the Bee. He looked down on the rumpus and the hullabaloo, and decided there must be something he could do. So he flew down to the girl and swarmed round her head until she was swatting at him instead. "I don't like those goats, and I don't like that bee who keeps bothering, buzzing and humming around me." She tried to get Peter from this way and that. She tried with her hands and a bag and her hat. But even when all of her efforts were spent, Pete the Bee followed her wherever she went. She couldn't escape him, not ever at all, so she rushed to the farmhouse and fell into the hall. "I think," said Prue, "I should like to go home. Would you mind awfully if I used your phone?" Later that evening the girl was gone, and the animals played while the sun still shone. And although through the years lots of people passed through, they never again saw that horrid girl Prue. Old Shebdon the shire horse was grumpy one day. He told all the animals to go away. He was feeling all fed up and he didn't know why. Old Shebdon the shire.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?